Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of Eat, Crypt and Survive Plays Board Game. Where some friends have gathered round the table and I have Dom and Laura in the wrong positions.
You mean I'm not below you?
You were temporarily above Laura, but you had Laura's name, so
it's okay. Dom
got
can
confused.
be Laura for today if he wants to.
I can't be Laura. I'm not playing red.
Oh, that's very true.
Welcome everyone. We are back once again to play a board game, and we are playing one of my favourites. And it is also one of the games on our 10 by 10. So we are looking forward to getting this back to the table. It's been a little while. My name is Luke. That is Laura.
Hi.
Hello. And this is Dom.
You said I was Laura, damn it.
He did. I did give him the title of Laura.
So Laura, how was your day here?
Yeah, it was okay. Busy. I built shelves at work, and then I went and did a bunch of shopping, and then I rushed home and got ready to play games. So tiring but productive, and I'm glad I got stuff done.
Good.
How was your day, Dominic?
Oh, it was fine, thank you. It was very busy at work, but I'm ready to play some games. I'm trying to think of a last name for my rogue at the same time, so apologies if I am slightly thinking into the void. Thinking into the void.
Anyway, so yeah, we
How
are.
was your day, Luke? How are you?
Oh, it was fine. Just sort of
Fine.
just the sort of usual day, really. Just plodded along mostly. Was mostly looking forward to playing Architects of the West Kingdom. Yay! One of my favourites.
It is. I like it.
I love it. So good.
I love it. I love it.
So good.
I love it.
Yeah, so I guess we can just sort of dive straight into things. We can chit chat whilst Laura can have a think about things whilst I remind her.
What? How to play.
Well, let me tell you how we play Architects of the West Kingdom. Architects of the West Kingdom, we are in sort of the 9th century AD Franca, or Francia, we're in France, effectively, and we are building a new kingdom. And the main things that we are focusing on here is we are going to be building up this cathedral in the middle of France. That is going to be our main focus. We're trying to build that up and make sure that we can get into place. And the way we do that is we're going to be gathering resources and money and people to help us do these things. We are basically, it is a worker placement game with a twist by Garfield Games, Shem Phillips and S.J. McDonald. In Architects, most worker placement games have spaces that you can put a worker into, and that is the only worker that can go there until the end of the round. In Architects, you have basically these open spots, these open circles, which means any number of workers can go there and any number of players can go to that location. Excuse me. And the benefit of that is that for each worker that goes to that location, the stronger the action becomes. So, for example, if I were to play a worker out here to the forest, I will gain 1 wood. If on a future turn, I put out a second worker, I would gain 2 wood because of it says 1 per worker. Silversmith gets me a silver coin plus a silver coin per worker. The quarry gets me a stone per worker, and the mines will get you 1 brick plus another brick for or clay, I think it is, per worker there. Or if you have 2 workers there, you can get a gold. And good, the audio is working.
Yes, always have to check.
Yep.
Because really, if you're not watching this with the sound on, you are learning absolutely nothing.
Yep, that's true. You can also go to the workshop. So what's going to happen is we're also going to have a number of these cards. These cards, I'm going to flip over the bottom of that just to give an example. Flip. That was locked. That's probably why.
Flip.
Unlock. And flip. Nope, we got locked again. There we go. So we have these various building cards, and this is actually a very good example of one that is awful. On these cards, we have a number of different icons. On this side is the cost, but it will, that's a bit large here. This side has got the cost of the resources that we're going to need in order to build it. That is stone, gold, and marble in this instance. And the number of icons that we need in order to build it. We gain those icons by employing townsfolk. These townsfolk have got different icons here. Stonecutter, bricklayer, carpenter, that are available for us to recruit at various points in the game and use them to help us build our buildings. When we do that, we're going to get an instant benefit, which is the lightning bolt symbol. It's going to score us a number of victory points at the end of the game, and it may have an end game effect indicated by this flag here. This symbol is relating to virtue, and we'll talk about virtue in a little bit. I'll flip that over and give it a shuffle, make it go away. For now, if you could both draw 4 cards and add them into your hand, because we're going to be doing a draft of some of these buildings in a moment. So this is one of the other actions, is to go to the workshop. You can pay some silver, 4 silver in fact, and recruit one of these individuals. Now, the number of workers you have placed here, I'll explain why these are a different color in a second. The number of workers you can place here is dependent on the row in which you are able to purchase. So if you wanted to purchase these 2, you only need a single worker. If you wanted to buy up to this line, you would have to pay 2, and so on and so forth. If you want to skip over a worker or a townsfolk, you can pay an additional silver which goes onto the cards. So let's say I put a single worker out here, and I wanted to go and buy the jeweler. I would have to put an extra silver on this merchant to skip over to get the merchant. The silver would stay on the merchant, meaning that whenever someone wanted to claim her, they would also gain that silver. The alternative is if you have 2 workers, you can, or rather, sorry, I'll rephrase that. If you have an additional worker, the other action you can take is you can draw one of these building cards. And if you have an additional 2 workers, if you have 2 more, even numbers of workers, effectively, you can draw an additional card. Now, this money symbol, there is some which is red and some which is grey. And the reason why they are red is because red refers to the tax stand over here. If any cost has got a red cost, it goes into the tax stand, which can be claimed at a later point by a player going over to the tax stand and getting that money at the cost of 2 reputation. And whilst I'm here, probably a good time to talk about the reputation track. We have a marker on this reputation track, which is going to give us benefits in one way or another. Basically, it is a way of scoring points. We want to have a lot of virtue in order to get additional points up here, or we could choose to go down the track in our reputation to avoid having to pay tax. Now, there are risks and benefits. If you go past 10 on the virtue track, you are no longer allowed to go to the black market, which is a way of gaining extra resources in a spot that is limited to single individuals, depending on the cost. So pay 1 coin and lose reputation to gain 2 gold here, 2 and a reputation to go here to hire a person for free, other than the 2 money that you just paid, of course. Or you could draw 5 cards and choose 1 from the deck. And then here for 3 money and 1 reputation, you get 2 marble, a stone, and a wood. And once all the spots on there are filled in the back market, we will refresh it, but we'll kind of explain it later. So back to the reputation track. The other thing you can't do, if you go below 4 reputation, you cannot build on the cathedral. But after you go to 3, you will pay 1 fewer tax when it comes up. So that's something to keep an eye on. It may be beneficial to drop down early on and then rise back up towards the end. But who knows? Obviously, stealing from the tax stand will cost you 2 reputation, because you would steal from the tax people. King's Storehouse is another way of getting hold of some reputation, or the other resource in the game, which is marble. And the way you do that is you can trade in goods to gain things. So you can trade in any combination of stone, wood, and brick. In only have 2 of a resource, or 2 of the resources, to gain a reputation. Or you can spend any combination of stone and wood, as long as you go up to a total of 3, to gain a marble. The more workers you place here, the more times you can take one of those 2 actions, and you can do both actions. If you have 2 workers, you can do 1 of each. The other action that is worth considering at the moment is the guild hall. Now, the guild hall is where we put workers out in order to build our cards. So if we have the resources and the cards in hand, we can pay those resources, put a worker up here and build our card, or we can build into the cathedral. And building the cathedral is quite beneficial because you need to have your piety, you need to be well respected, and you need to have the resources to do so. So in this instance, you have to pay a gold and discard one of your building cards to advance up this track. When you do so, you would reveal one of the boon cards, which will give you something. We'll see what those are as they come out. And the further up the track you go, the more points you can get. Now, after a certain point, these spots become blocked off. So if, let's say, I and Laura were both here, actually, no, here's probably a better example, and Dom was here, Dom would not be able to progress up the track until either Laura or I have moved up. And similarly, if someone gets to the top of the track, no one else can get up there throughout the rest of the game. The only other reason why this is important is because the end game is triggered when the last spot in this track is completed. It's filled in by a worker. Then we have a final round of everyone gets to play a turn, including the player who triggered the end game, and then we come to a complete halt and we score. On a couple of points during this, we will have a black market refresh, which has other consequences. It's the same thing as going on with the black market refresh down here when you have 3 workers placed out. And it has a consequence which involves the guardhouse. But there's one other action I need to talk about first, which is the town centre. The town centre is a way of dealing with your opponents. Basically, what you can do with it is you can put a worker there and pay a coin, the initial one being tax, and you can take all of the workers of a single colour from an action spot. Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow. Goes Sonic with you. I apologize if I got that wrong. But you can go here, you can pay one money to the tax, and you would claim all the workers of a particular colour and put them onto your player board. There's a section on our player boards here where we will store the individuals. If you had an additional worker, for each additional worker you have there, you can pay an additional coin, and you can take another group of workers back from that same spot. That's the specific in a 3-player game. It is from that spot. You cannot take them from multiple spots. You can, however, take back your own workers and bring them back to your player board. They obviously do not go into this area. They just go back into your general supply. Once you have captured workers, you can go to the guardhouse, and for each, there are 4 different actions that you can play here. The first one is you can gain 1 silver per worker that you place into the guardhouse. So you basically take all the workers that you have gathered of your opponents and put them into the guardhouse, and they are now arrested. They are there, and you are given money for rounding up all the rabble. Second action is you can release your own people from the guardhouse. So you can just take your people and just go, and you can come back now, just to free them. The third action is you can pay 2 money to the tax and 3 other silver or you can take a debt card and lose a reputation to free your workers from another player's board, or you can pay 6 silver, 3 of which is taxed, to repay a debt and flip it over. So these debt cards, which may come into play, have -2 points on one side, and on the other side they have positive points. So that'll fit one here, and they will show you. So they gain you a reputation. So it is beneficial for you to flip over your debts if you can, because they will give you reputation. They'll push you back up the track and prevent you from losing points at the end of the game. Now, I was saying that the black market refresh was a thing. When the black market refresh happens, for every 3 workers you have, or if you have 3 workers or more, you will lose a reputation for having having a large number of workers in the workhouse. And if you have the most, you will also gain a debt. So important to know that. And also when the black market refresh happens, everyone who is on a black market space is thrown in prison automatically. So something to keep an eye out on. And for the most part, that's pretty much it. There is an undeterminate number of rounds. It just depends on how quickly we play things out. Yeah, that's the most part of Architects. The other thing we have, because we have played this a few times before, all of these player boards are double-sided. So if we want to, we could flip them over and play which they have a unique special ability, if we want to.
No. I can do. I mean, to be honest, it's all a lot for me to remember anyway. So adding something else, it's not going to be the end of the world.
All it does is change your starting position and gives you a little bit of a special power.
Where?
So Frederick, you have got here.
Frederick.
So let me bring up the list of these special powers because I don't think we've used these before.
No, we haven't.
That is solo play. This does also have a very excellent solo. It is one of my favorite things.
Is it just the little thing there that's like I can get rid of a person to build something?
No, not quite. That's not what I was
taking.
Frederick does not need to discard a building card when advancing work on the cathedral.
There you go.
There we are.
So you go see, makes it easy for you to go up the cathedral. You also start with 4 money, 7 reputation, and a stone.
Yay! 4 money. Which ones? Oh, my reputation's over here.
Therese, you start with 4 workers in prison.
Yay.
5 silver, 5 virtue, and an additional building card after the draft. And for all intents and purposes, you treat gold and marble as the same resource.
Oh god, where have my workers gone?
Where's what's gone? They've gone underneath. That's weird.
Oh, that's annoying.
Whereas mine, Rudolph begins the game with no workers in prison, 3 silver, and 9 virtue and 1 wood. He also pays 1 less silver, not taxed, when hiring an apprentice, and may hire up to 6. Normally, you can only hire 5. That's kind of interesting. So we can play with those if we like. We do not have to. I'm not hearing anything positive or negative, so I'm going to assume that we're all happy with playing with the advanced, with the variants.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So make the adjustments. So I have 9 virtue.
I got 7, so I don't need to move.
No, Dom, you're down to 4.
Yes. 5.
5.
5.
I start with 5 virtue.
You do.
Yeah.
I have dropped you down to 5 virtue.
Oh, yes. Yes. No, I was thinking that would be good because I look like a nun and virtuous. But I wasn't a little bit evil.
A little bit.
A little bit evil.
Okay.
No people.
Now, I need to double check something here about the setup. Because normally the setup rules are that the starting player gets 3, second player gets 4 silver, and then the third player gets 5. And Tabletopia chose that order for us when we started up. But I just need to see how it works with the variable side. The player with the most virtue starts the game, followed by other players clockwise order around the table. So me, and then I guess me, Laura, Dom, as I see it.
That's virtue-wise, yes.
So we'll just say that that's the order. That makes sense.
That's
okay.
fine.
So time to draft.
What we're doing?
So we are drafting the 4 cards that we have picked up. Have you pressed the hand button?
Yeah.
H button. Press H. Where did you draw them, or did you?
We did.
The display is
It doesn't
have
look-
4 cards in hand.
Let's say you have 4 cards in hand.
It doesn't. Oh, it does. I don't have any. I definitely drew some because I was looking at them, but she's gone.
Let me have a look.
They're not anywhere.
I think your game might have crashed. You might need to come out and come back in again. Because I think
Yeah.
we lost connection briefly.
Yeah. It's twice now.
I'm sorry.
Gonna come off the Wi-Fi because it's gonna kill everything.
Okay, I'm going to keep this card.
I'm sad.
I'm just going to put the 3 I've chosen for you, Laura, underneath your board.
23, I thought we had 4.
We started with 4, but I've drafted 1.
Why don't I start with 4?
You should have 4 in your hand.
You put 3 underneath.
Yes,
Oh,
3 from me.
Oh, we're doing that, are we?
Yes.
Oh,
Not the easiest thing to do on Tabletopia, I
it's
admit.
the worst thing to do on Tabletopia.
I know.
The worst.
I know.
Sorry, Tabletopia, but it's the worst thing. Okay. Does it say I have no cards now?
No, it says you have
I
4.
still have 4. I have not done anything.
Just draw 4. Just draw 4 new ones then.
No, it says I got 8.
But do you have 8 in hand?
No, I got 4.
Then that's fine. Just go with that.
Ridiculous. Okay, so I pick 1.
Pick 1, keep it in your hand, and then pass the other 3 on to Dom.
I don't pay for anything just to keep them.
No.
This is just what I'm picking
Correct.
to do.
We are only going to be drafting 3, and then the last one goes to the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
So where do you want me to put the ones I'm not keeping, Luke?
Just put them underneath my player board.
Okay, so you're passing to Laura, Laura's passing to me, I'm passing to you.
Yes.
Okay, look. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I don't know what any of these means. I'm just gonna. Oh,
Okay, I'm going to take this one.
I don't know. I don't know what any of these mean. Oh. Can I look at the rules, please?
You.
Oh, I just need to know what a symbol means.
Because as much as they try and make these cards as simple to understand, it doesn't necessarily mean it's that simple. Please hold, caller. Your call is
important.
very important to me. Please hold whilst I search for the answer.
It's a very philosophical hold message.
Hold whilst I look for the answer.
The Muzak chicken has come to roost.
Oh man, I can't find the symbol.
What symbol are you looking for?
Welcome to Architects of the West King of the Kingdom.
Oh, I hate my life right now.
You can tell me the worst, not the worst joke, but it's such a dad joke. Like, why are chickens so funny? I'm not good. I can't do it. No, don't worry. Ignore me.
No, you have to. No.
Yeah, that I want to know.
Why are chickens so funny?
Come on.
Okay.
Is that it?
Try and do that with a straight face.
Laura's audio actually cut out, so I didn't hear that.
Oh,
So yeah, I imagine. Yeah, thanks Zoom for cutting out the.
sorry, it was such a build up and then Zoom died. It's 3 little grey people.
3 little grey people.
Yeah, on the card.
That's stone.
No,
No.
no.
Let me have a look.
3 little. Yeah. What does that mean?
Uh,
I don't know what it means.
I believe that means everyone gets one of those. Hmm? Entertaining yourself now.
If you look down towards the end of the rules, there is a list of the building effects with all of them listed and what they do.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
true.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there you go. You're looking for
Page
that one.
24.
Oh yeah, all players. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Thank you, Ian. Oh, okay. That's good. Hmm. Hi, thank you kindly. I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep that one.
Okay.
I think that one coming in handy.
Hey.
Oh no, I don't want to flip that one. I want to flip this one, and I'm putting it down in front of Dom's.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, pick up the 3 you've got in front of you.
Ooh, okay, what does that do? Huh. Okay. That seems kind of weird.
Hi, sorry. Apologies, not letting us that. Look at it quickly now.
Informal sign up. Welcome along. Hello. What is the difference between a formal and an informal sign up? That is an eternal question that I shall ponder. So, welcome along. It's good to see you here.
Which of these would I like?
Well,
how dare you?
you wobble my table.
How dare you? No,
That sounds like a
kick everything.
Please don't kick my shit.
I kick everything.
I dislike it.
Is there how many buildings you can build?
There is not a limit to how many buildings you can build.
Hmm.
I don't think.
Yeah, I couldn't see it at a quick glance.
No, there does not. There's no limit to it. It's just the number of workers you can have, which is 5 or 6 if you're me.
Let's flip those and give them to Luke.
Oh. Whoa, that's big.
All right, so this last card is going to the bottom of the deck. Aha.
What?
The last card.
The card we don't pick.
I've
Yes.
thrown mine next to the deck.
So I gotcha.
That's the top, not the bottom.
Yes, but it's got. If you hold the shift key whilst you're doing it, it will drop it to the bottom. It will put a little arrow in it.
Oh,
What magic is this?
that was
He's a witch. Burn him.
It's a witch. He knows so much.
I know many things.
Oh, Tabletopia and Excel. Oh, we need to look at
We do need to do that, yes. All right, so time
Oh boy.
to begin. Dom has got some workers in prison.
So the aim is to build the cards that we have.
Well, build the cathedral, but yes.
Build the cards that we also have.
And also build the cards you have. But you also need to get rid of the cards in order to gain stuff from the cathedral. So
What do you mean cathedral? I know the cathedral's up there, but
in order
Why-
to go up a step in them, you have to discard a card. Actually, no, you don't. Never mind, ignore that.
I don't have to do nothing.
You don't have to do nothing.
I just have to get what's on this thing there.
Yeah,
Well,
you just
have
need
to get
gold.
Then stone and wood 4 times.
Yep, a combination of stone or wood. As long as you add up to 4.
Okay.
I am going to go to the quarry and get myself a brick. Now clay. Now we can draw the physical components out of the bag. Honestly, let's just use the little tick number boxes that we have at the bottom of our player sheets because that's going to make life a lot easier.
Oh, the mailboxes.
It is your turn, Laura.
Oh no. What am I doing? So if we build these cards, we get the points at the top. We also get what the things at the bottom.
If there was a lightning bolt, yes. Some of them will have ongoing abilities, like you'll gain an additional thing whenever you do something.
And some of them are end game scoring.
Indeed.
Do I need people? Do I need people? Maybe.
Eventually, probably.
People.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's do that first.
Oh, I need to draw myself an extra building card after the draft. I nearly forgot that.
Oh, yes, you do.
Do I?
No, you don't. That was Dom's special ability for setup. Where are you going?
I want to.
Break
Yeah.
free.
Yes. We get a brick plus a brick per person.
Oh, yes, so I
Or
could gain myself 2
a
bricks.
gold per
If you have 2 people.
2 people. Or I get a stone per person.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to
Rage.
get. Oh, I can go up near.
You know what I've forgotten to do at the start of the stream?
Game team.
I've got so many people who help make this show possible, which is Game Tea, the wonderful purveyors of gaming adjacent gear and goods. I know I had a bit of a faff at the beginning of the stream because things weren't working.
Do I get a stone?
You do get stone.
Yay.
Game Tea, who are providers of wonderful gaming adjacent gear and goods, and they are at the moment re-releasing their holiday Valentine's Day stuff, which includes some wonderful gaming cards and candles that will be perfect for your significant other, as well as dice and shirts and all sorts of wonderful things. So if you want to go and check out some of their stuff, you can go to gametea.co.uk/eatcritsurvive and use the code EatCritSurvive. Check out to get yourself 5% off and have a good Valentine's Day doing those things.
Very exciting.
Yes. Right, Dom, what are you doing?
Right, I am going to the workshop. I have paid 2 silver for hiring someone, but I don't want to hire whoever's first in the queue, so I've paid an extra silver to put on them.
Have you paid your 2 silver to tax?
Oops. Nope. Let me do that as well.
Okay. You're not quite
Well,
that evil.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You're not quite that evil at the moment that you avoid paying all your tax.
Not yet.
So is that 4 I pay in total, or is it
4 total, yes.
Okay.
You're going to make life easier and just stack all the tax down as a single stack.
Sure.
Well, there goes all my money, but I'm hoping it will be worth it because I can now hire the jeweler who's going to get me extra silver every time I go to the silversmith.
Yep, that was also my plan. So these guys slide in.
What next to the reputation tracker? What does like the little black bag mean? And the little
Where are you looking?
orange on the purple reputation track by the 10.
So yes, so that black mark means you cannot go to the black market anymore.
Oh right, yeah.
And this one means you cannot build on the
Cathedral.
cathedral.
Understood.
Okay, so yeah, I believe that's my turn done.
Okay, what cards have I got here? So we have the trickster and the swindler. I realise I'm doing this and then actually, no, wait, I can do it because I pay 1 fewer. So I'm also going to go to the workshop. I pay my 3 money, of which 2 is taxed because I pay at a discount. And I'm going to take this person. so that I gain an extra silver. And her ongoing ability is when I go to the king's storehouse as an action when I get there, I can spend 2 silver to buy gold.
Do they move down?
They do move down, yes.
Okay.
But it's easy to do them all the time. You may be interested in this, Dom, having played the game that preceded it. There is a sequel to Scythe that has been announced.
Ooh.
By Stonewall. They announced it earlier today.
Is it lawnmower?
It is not. It's also not goats. No, so it is known as. Oh God, what? I wrote a news piece on this earlier.
You forgot already.
My brain is full of many things, and
Yup.
it is Expedition, I think.
Expeditions, yes.
Yes, Expeditions. There you go. Yeah. So new game, who it is? We have Scythe in this house at the moment. It is not mine, it is Ross's.
What does the town centre do again?
Town centre, you pay 1 to the tax, and you can capture all the workers of a player colour that's in a spot.
In one particular spot.
In one
Oh, so you can just now get out.
Arrest them.
And
City.
the
You put them under cities under arrest.
black market.
You pay money, you lose a reputation, and then you gain the thing. The middle one is you either gain a worker for free, or you take 5 of these cards and get one. The other 4 go underneath.
But when you claim the card, that means you claim the resources.
Correct.
Okay.
So 3 money and a lose reputation. You get 2 marble, a stone, and a wood.
Always forget with silversmith, yeah, on the coin per every person or just per person?
Yeah, coin per your people.
Mike.
Yes, specifically your people.
And in the guild hall.
The guild hall is you put a single worker in there and you build a building and a cathedral or a cathedral.
So you have to put
Put a worker in there and they stay there forever.
But you have to put someone in there to build your building.
Yes, that is the action that you take.
And then you can build your building. Okay.
Oops.
Mm.
Just popping these purple workers in, and apparently this green one. Just because it will just show that we are not filling into those spots. So we are only filling the 3+ lines.
They're doing a little dance.
Doing dance. Right, Laura, what are you doing?
I would like to go and move my hand out of the way. Go and get a brick. So I get 2 bricks.
2 bricks, yep.
2 bricks.
Dom?
1. No. 1, 2. Yay.
Okay. Well, I've used all my money and I will need more money at some point. So let's go to the silversmith. So that normally gain me 2.
Yep.
1 for going there, plus 1 per meeple, which is 1. But because I've got a jewel, I gain 3.
Huzzah!
I am rich.
You are rich relative to the rest of us. I'm going back to the mines and I'm going to get myself another 3 clay. Puts me on 5. There we go. All right.
If I put a worker there on the mines, can I get a gold?
You may.
I've got 2 of them there now.
Mm-hmm.
So to go up the cathedral and to build a thing, to put a thing in the middle.
Yes. Dom,
And what if you put your, where do we start, from the bottom or
top left.
the top?
Top left and work your way down. Hey, Tantarus is raiding with some friends. Hello, Tantarus.
2, 3, 4 silver. Awesome.
Moment.
Done.
Very, very nice. Welcome, raiders. What were you guys doing over with Tantarus? What were you up to?
What were you up to?
I'm going to go here. I'm going to get myself some.
You want a lot of brick.
I am getting some more brick.
Brick, brick,
Let's
brick,
look at another
brick.
4.
Mm.
Kalani, thanks for the follow. That's unboxing. Quaid Rain says unboxing games. What games did you unbox? Hello.
Hello.
Also, hi.
Hello.
Laura, what games were you unboxing? We're playing some Architects of the West Kingdom over here. Yay, Quaid Rain.
I'm raiding this mine again.
Brick. So I get 1 plus 6, so I get 4. 4 brick.
So Tantarus unboxed the new games on tour, Paris and New York, Kabuto Sumo and Flamme Rouge. Ooh, interesting.
Wow, they sound like some fun names to say over and over again. What was it?
On tour, Paris and New York, Kabuto Sumo and Flamme Rouge.
Kabuto Sumo and Flamme Rouge.
Flamme Rouge. Flamme Rouge is a
Flamme.
bicycle racing game. Kabuto Sumo is a dexterity game where you basically have a bunch of like discs that you're pushing around in a little sumo ring.
I just like
And
Flamme.
if I'm right, on tour is on tour about moving around a board a lot? No, I'm not certain. I'm not as certain on tour.
Flamme.
Or is it amusing as well?
Flamme.
Oh,
Apologies.
we can actually pick a. Oh, we don't need to. Though. Do we need to? Yeah, no, that's fair.
Flamme.
Darwin, it's your turn. Whilst Laura's amusing herself.
Okay. Let's go to the quarry and get myself a stone.
Oh, nice, Quaid Rain. Quaid Rain was in the chat and took the time whilst watching to pack a few expansions into their core game boxes. Ooh, I like doing that, but then I never know what to do with the boxes afterwards. What games were you packing into their core boxes? So I did it with Tapestry recently with the folded space insert. On tour is a roll and write game in which you are the tour manager of a band whilst trying to get a large long tour for your band. That's what it was. I feel like I've seen someone play it. I feel like Paul and Matthew played it at some point. They talked about it. Maybe. I may be making things up. I may just not
Very
think
possibly.
puddled. Who knows? Things puddled. I'm saying words now. I'm going
Is
to
it
go.
your turn?
It is my turn. I'm going to go over here, back to the mine. I'm going to get myself 2 gold.
Gosh, you love the mines.
I do at the moment. Norma, it is your turn, sir.
Is it not my turn?
Laura, it is your turn, sir. Yes, Dom, it is your turn.
Oh
sir.
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm done.
On tour.
You're Frederick.
I'm Frederick.
Do you know, I like board game tables, although they're now all player, aren't they? They've changed their name. I like their board game bags and their playmats. We have one of their playmats downstairs. It's what we use for playing our physical games on because it's great.
Laura, you can go now.
Jesus.
I'm Therese.
Oh, you're Therese.
Oh, Lord.
You're Rudolph, but not the reindeer.
I could be. Look at that beard.
But does Rudolph have a beard?
I don't know.
Does he have a red nose?
I mean, he's hairy.
Doesn't
I mean, he does have got. I mean, he does kind of have a red nose.
Let's get a clay.
a reindeer.
I mean, you're Frederick. You've got a nice hat.
I've got a great hat. Look at my hat. And my sword. And
You'll
my
go,
axe.
Rudolph.
Dar. All right. So I am going to go to the forest. Yes, Quadrain, we are based in the UK. We are based in Northamptonshire. in the Midlands.
Right in the middle. We are the most central point from any. We're the most central point from the coastline
Yes.
of the UK. You can't get further inland than us.
Quadrain was born and raised in Ireland, but living in Canada now. Oh, which part of Canada? I've wanted to go to Canada. I was told we went there when I was a baby. I have never been since, and I've been intrigued to go there again. Where would you recommend to go? So we're going on a holiday to Canada.
Canada.
Vancouver, nice.
What happens when your people are in prison?
What do you mean? What you mean? Like doms are?
When people are in prison,
Mhm.
what does that mean for you?
It means you don't have those workers because they're not back to you. So you
Yeah.
have to go to the guardhouse to bring them back to you.
Mhm.
If they are arrested and sitting on someone else's board, they are just waiting for someone else to go there and pay, basically get money for them. Everyone says, coming March for Terminal City Tabletop Convention. We would, except this year we're going to AirCon, which is at the beginning of March. We're going back to AirCon for great fun. And then next March we're getting married. So kind of need to
Yeah.
but maybe March 2025.
Gives us something to aim for.
Right. We can go for a
Let's put that on your calendar now.
yeah.
Our first wedding anniversary will be spent
In
at a
Canada.
board game convention.
Board game, I mean, won't they all?
I tried to give straight face, but it wasn't working.
Well, here's the thing, because if we go wherever in Canada, so in March, I imagine the skiing's pretty decent around that time.
If it is, let me know because I'd like to go skiing.
Laura would love to go skiing. I love skiing, and Laura would love to go. Aircon is a lot of fun. We went last year, which was the first year that the Watch It Play team came over. And we hung out with Rodney, Paula, Matthew, Monique, Naveen, and Chaz, and it was really lovely.
It was good fun.
It was great. We're going there for the full 4 days this year, so many board games.
I'm going to be so tired. My brain is going to be there's going to be such AP. It's actually going to hurt.
So much AP.
So much.
We are looking forward to it. We've got another year to go. So
Oh, what for the wedding?
years.
Thank you.
Got some fun.
I'm not stressed out at all.
I'm genuinely stressed out because
You're not fussed about what flowers we have or anything.
no, but also I'm not fussed if there are no flowers at all because we've got the important bits done.
I'm fussed.
I know, but we've got the important bits done, which is the key thing. That's the bit that worried me, and now we've got that sorted. It's not an issue.
What would I like to do? I don't know. I'm just so.
We got distracted.
We did.
What do I have? Stuff. Stuff and things. I could do that and that, and I need that, and I need that, and I need that.
Well, Automod, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm going to allow the the comment on you could also come in September for the Shut Up, Sit Down convention shuts if it happens again.
What's that?
So Shut Up and Sit Down are a I think they do podcasts and YouTube and such. They're board game channel, effectively board game content creators.
Oh, did chatbot thing?
Because it's Automod, it thought "shut up" was what Quadrain was having a go at us rather than being lovely and saying come on to the thing. One day we'll have a look. We'll see.
There's so much to do.
Oh, Canada.
So much to do in the world. I'm gonna go and get some more stone.
More stone.
Stone, so I get 3.
More stone.
1, 2, 3. Yay.
Dom?
I am going to go to the mine, and because I have 2 people there, even if one has just fallen over, I can get a gold.
Yay! I am going back to the forest for 2 wood. Lost wood.
Not
Sorry?
on your head, you idiot.
Oh dear.
Right, this one wants to stand on its head. Fine.
Just gonna let it happen. Yeah, one day I shall return to Canada. It only have been 29 years.
Goodness me.
Whatever happened?
Can I build?
Start me.
No, it's your turn.
It is my turn.
Or is Dom still going? I don't know.
I just went to the forest, so it is your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Can I build a building?
You may.
So what? I need to go and put a person up there.
In the guild hall, yes, they will be there forever.
That's
Is the guild hall for building any building, or is it just for the cathedral?
Building and cathedral.
So you have to
both.
put it there if you're going to build any building.
Correct.
Oh, I should have to remind myself of that.
You make me flat, please. Thank you.
Just press F. And
For flat.
F, but fall over.
And where do I put my building? Just underneath.
Yeah, just stick it underneath your player.
I'm
please.
gonna build the betting house
Of course you are.
for what was it? 1 brick.
Thanks, Great Rain. Go and have a lovely lunch. Thank you for being here and chit-chatting with us. We will see you another time.
Lunch.
You want to
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to see some more of us, by the way, we are up on YouTube as well. So you can go see some of our D&D stuff and our other board game streams. They're all up there. Betting house. So you gain yourself a debt and you lose a reputation. I'll take your reputation down.
That's
Thank you.
I'm fine.
But take care. Thank you for being here.
Bye-bye.
Bye, friend. All right. That was Laura's turn. Dom, we are 1/20th of the way towards the end of the game.
Oh boy, how do you? Oh, because of that.
There's only 20 spots for actually no, 1/16.
And that's to build the castle and build the things.
Yes. So it is theoretically possible for us to get down there without having built anything in the cathedral.
Okay.
Highly unlikely, but it's possible.
Okay. Let's send another person to the mines.
Yes.
That will gain me 4 clay.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
4 clay. What am I doing with
Go
myself?
ahead, Rudolph.
Duh. All right, I am going to construct stuff.
Stuff and things.
Spot number 2. I am going to spend 4 clay and 2 wood to build the smithy, which will give me immediately 4 stone.
Nice.
Yes. There you go. Ding ding. Laura.
Ding ding.
Tantaros, need to bounce and get some sleep. Thank you for being here, Tantaros. Thank you for the raid as well. I really appreciate it. And take care. Enjoy your night's rest.
Enjoy sleep time.
Bye bye, friends.
Me.
Hit you. People are leaving. And Game Z comes up with an ad. Thanks, Nightbot.
Sure.
Dom, you have drifted off center. Okay.
I was peering at stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
Peering.
I was peering. I just saw your head.
I'm going to build again.
Okay. What are you building this time? What are you going to build?
I'm going to build the church. So I'm building the gambler's den and then a church, the betting house and then the church,
Nice.
which gets rid of the debt, I'm guessing, I think. What does it do?
Yes, it does. It scraps the debt entirely instead of flipping it over.
How do I get rid of it? Oh, so I don't get anything on the back.
You do not, but you do get.
Oh,
That's all right.
but I get rid of the debt.
You get rid of that, and your
Jeez.
reputation goes back up. Well,
Okay.
just put it back.
Oh,
up.
so it means I still actually get that reputation from the back of the card, sort of.
Kind of. You get the reputation along the church.
Yeah, because I don't get the reputation that was on the back of that deck.
Yes. Why has that come up? I did not ask you to come up.
Sounds good.
Game team. Not-
Game team.
I didn't. No, not the game team. Sovereignty.
Oh,
Sovereignty.
sovereignty. Lots of
For
T's.
me again.
Yes, Therese.
T for Therese. Let's go to the mines, and I will gain 2 gold.
2 gold.
And that is me done.
All right. I am going to do another build action.
Everybody's building stuff and I'm not. This might not be
There's
good.
okay, I'm peaking very, very early. I've got nothing now for like the rest
So
of the
I'm
game.
going to spend this, which was my 4 stone that I just got, and 2 wood, to build myself the mason's hut, which at the end of the game will score me 1 point for each stone mason icon that I have on my this. That is my turn. Bop, bop.
Bob, Bob.
Those.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the mines and get 2 gold.
2 gold.
2 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
2.
Darwin, it's your turn. It's 2 more gold than you've got.
Okay, right, what was I doing?
What are you doing now? Sorry.
Oh, that's what I was just asking myself. What's I doing?
What am I doing?
Let's go to the forest and gain a wood.
All right. I am going to do another building. This time I'm going to scrap the card in my hand, which goes to the bottom of the deck, and build up 1 level on the cathedral, paying a gold for the privilege. For I am pious. Now I get to take the top card on this deck, flip it over, and get the reward. I get 2 reputation. So I can now no longer go to the black market.
No.
Laura, it's your turn.
I was also going to build on the cathedral
Ooh,
because I don't have to pay for a building.
you do not, you just have to put gold.
Okay, that's gold.
I'll pop you up. If you would like to reveal your
One reputation and 3 coins.
Hey, lovely. Boop.
Oh, no, that's now an excellent.
Dom, it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should get in the cathedral race if I don't want to get left behind. So yeah, I will.
Did you discard your a card? Oh, you don't have to. Never mind. Carry on.
I will go and have someone lie down in the guild hall.
Yep.
Discard a
May I have the
card. Where does the discard go?
So it just goes to the bottom of the deck.
Right. Which you said by wizardry if I hold shift.
You press shift, and it should have a little arrow that goes underneath.
Yes, it did.
All right.
Ooh.
Fun.
And pay a gold.
Yep.
I get.
I will bump you up the reputation. There you go.
Okay, and I get a reward.
You do. So you gain a reputation, and you can draw a new building card.
That's handy.
So 1 reputation for you. Boop. All right. Speaking
Ooh,
of
that's interesting.
7, I am going to the tax stand, and I'm going to claim the 7 silver that is there. But it does cost me 2 reputation, so I can now go to the black market again if I want to. Laura, your turn, dear heart.
Oops, Daisy. How do you capture people onto your own board?
By going to the town centre.
So that's what I'm doing. Going to the town centre and paying a coin to the tax man.
Yes.
And I'm going to steal all of Luke's ones from the mines.
How sad.
So do they come onto my board?
They do come onto your board, yes.
So what's the act of putting people into prison?
Going to the guardhouse.
What?
So you go to the guardhouse if you are putting them into prison.
But what's the difference between bringing them to your board and putting them into prison?
So putting them into prison means you are doing this action up here, which is this top one here. You get 1 point
On my board.
from your board. So you place your own worker here, and then you gain a silver for each person you place into prison.
Okay. Or what's the benefit of me keeping them on my board? Is there any benefit?
There isn't. It's harder it costs me more money to get them back, but it conversely will cost you money to you don't get the money to get them back. Yeah.
Good.
Wah.
Okay. How do I want to plan this strategy? Do I want to go for this? That could be quite good. I definitely want that. I'm not so fussed about that. Okay. So yeah. Oh no. Right. What do I want to do? Let's go to the forest and gain 2 more wood.
Okay.
But the only way to get your own people back is to.
Release them from prison.
So,
Or you can go to the town centre and bring your own people back. But they just don't go. They go onto your main board. They don't go into this prison bit.
Wow.
So if you went to the town centre and you wanted to bring people back, you want to bring your own people back, you can choose to bring your own people
Oh, so
home.
it's not just.
But they just go into
Yeah,
this
they
section
there, so you
rather
can
than
just use them again.
yes. Because if you have a turn where you have no workers available, and all your workers are out, you basically spend an action to take 1 worker back.
Town centre and just get all that one people from back then.
If you can. I'm going to the forest. I'm going to get myself 3 wood. Laura? What is the ability that specifies about this thing? I feel like there is something about the town centre, but I feel like that is only relevant in a 2-player game. Maybe 3-player. This is why I'm checking. Town centre. Oh no. So if you have multiple workers, you can split it across 2 locations. So when you come, so if Laura were to place another one here,
Yeah.
you could split it across 2 locations. In a 4- and 5-player game,
Right,
you can only
right.
take it from a single.
But I have to take 2 coins.
Yes.
Pay 2 coins.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's going to benefit me more?
Gaining stuff is always a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure what I'm gaining stuff for right now. Oh no.
The AP has set in.
Really has. I'm really struggling with AP at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You're usually quite good at this. Like, it's like going.
No. My brain's just not awake.
There's no way of resetting the apprentices, is there? It's just you have to take what's in the
No.
stack.
There is not. No, you just have to skip them over.
Yes. Gonna need more silver.
Yes, but obviously remember when you put your second workers there, you can choose from either of these columns. And if you wanted the third one, for example, you just put 1 silver on to give you the option.
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten that one.
Whilst Laura contemplates, I'm going to get myself some water. Are you okay?
I'm okay, thank you. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna be horrible again.
Oh, okay, you're going to the town centre.
Who
Who
I'm
are
going
you
to pay.
capturing and where from?
I'm going to pay 2 coins. I'm going to capture your 4 from the mines. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of those coins, I believe, goes to the taxman. So
It does, yes. Thank you. And then I'm also going to capture my 4 from the mines. I think.
I'm not sure you're really capturing them. It's more just
I'm going to recapture them.
saying, come
check.
home, it's dinner time.
Yes. Yeah, for now.
Hey, you may have captured my guy, but you can't stop him standing on his head.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to just bring my 4 guys back as well. Yay.
Smart.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't actually change my plan.
All right then.
It doesn't change my plan for this turn. I can still do what I wanted to,
Yay.
which is to send another person for a lie down in the guild hall.
Okay.
Discard a card because I'm building on the cathedral. And I need 4 of some combination of stone and wood.
You do.
So 1 stone and 3 wood.
Very nice.
And I build another bit on the cathedral.
You do.
Ooh. So that gains me.
This card here.
Ah, yes. Which is a virtue and 2 wood.
Nice.
Okay.
Bumped up your virtue.
I shall give myself wood.
Wait. When you're grading an apprentice card, is it from the deck or is it from the choices that are already out, or both?
Generally, it is from the ones that are available
Oh,
to
okay.
you. Is it a card ability?
No, it's the black market and the the black market one. I'm guessing it's from the ones in the workshop.
It lets you take any face-up apprentice.
That's fine.
Speaking of the black market, I'm going there. I'm going to go to the big market.
Whoa.
I'm going to spend 3 coins to gain 2 marble, a stone, and a wood. And then I lose a virtue. Boo. But I'm going to put it next to Laura so it's a little easier to see. I really like this game. I'm excited to try it with the expansions we picked up that you got me for Christmas.
Yeah.
The Tome Saga that we picked up the other day. So for Dom's benefit, the Tome Saga is an expansion for all 3 of the West Kingdom games.
Okay.
And it introduces either a cooperative mode for each of the games, we play against an overlord, or a campaign mode, so you can play a continuous, consecutive campaign throughout all 3 games.
Nice.
Yeah. Laura has just got herself 8 monies.
I have to
She
put
has.
I have to put a person in the guardhouse, don't I?
Yes, which
Yeah.
you did. So you put 1 there,
Yeah.
and you get 8 monies.
Yay.
And this would be a really bad time for the black market to refresh.
Why?
Yeah, so I'm going to send my guy over there and release my workers.
Yeah, that's fair. The
Why?
reason why it would be bad is because when the black market refreshes, depending on if you have 3 or more workers in the guardhouse, you lose reputation, and then whoever has the most in prison loses gains a debt card. So it's not a good place to be.
When does the market refresh?
Well, the next time someone builds something, it will refresh, or when these
When they're
three are full.
refilled.
And since there's a risk of that happening, oops, sorry, everyone.
What did you do?
I grabbed the board instead of the board.
Oh.
I'm going to take my guys back. Because I'm doing what Dom's doing and avoiding getting death.
Yeah, plus I've got some workers already in the prison, so it seems like a good idea to.
It was a good opportunity for you to bring them back, yeah. Laura, your turn.
I'm going to the black market.
Of course you
I'm going to do the option where I can look at 5
Okay,
cards.
yep. So draw 5 into your
Let's
hands.
just flip this one over just so I know. It's
Yeah, so that's the 3 that are in your hand. And then...
Draw 5. Well, I've drawn 4. Now I need to draw 1 more.
Yes.
Whee! Awesome, and I get to pick one.
Pick one, and then the other 4 go to the bottom of the deck. Whilst you're doing that, Don, do you want to take your turn? Because what Laura's doing doesn't affect anything.
I will. Go back to the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
I could take from the first or the second column.
correct.
If I want to pick from the third column, I just have to put a coin on one thing.
Yes, you would put, if you want to pick from the third column, you just put a coin on the first.
Okay, so that costs me 5 in total.
2 of which are taxed. I'll put the 2 in the tax for you.
Yeah, and one of which will go on the trickster.
Mhm.
And I will recruit myself the stone cutter.
Very nice.
Who controls the British crown? Who gets the metric system down? We
do. I was
That's
just
a
thinking,
fabulous cape.
that's an excellent cape. Look at that.
I can't see the cape. Wow.
Do you want that for part of your wedding ensemble? It'd match your shoes. Either that, or you can have that shield.
Deal.
And I'll have that dress, obviously.
Thanks.
It suits me. Maybe that gold sash. What you really?
Oh, yes, you did say there's going to be a blue suit theme.
Yes.
I do have a blue cape.
Ah, awesome.
We may need to borrow the blue cape just for the purposes of having some dramatic shots.
Yeah.
Why is that trying to select all my workers? If I just do. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to pick that one for the rest.
Okay.
Oh no, how do I?
I'm just trying to.
Hold on. Bless you.
Thank you. Simon, it's your turn. Sorry, Laura. It's actually Laura's turn again. What are you trying to do? Put your card at the bottom.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Now I'm trying to think of what the other things are that the stonecutters to have control over. Who rigs every Oscar night?
I have to. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Not being.
okay.
Question. I already knew the answer.
It's your turn.
Yes. What would I like? What do these people do? Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's certainly an idea. I have a plan, chat, and viewers at home.
Okay, let's go to the forest.
To the forest. Dominic.
Okay. Let's go to the silversmith.
What triggers the
When someone places the last worker on the spot. So we're we're actually halfway there. We have a spurge of building.
2, 3, 4, 5 silver.
Yes. Podcast Games, thank you very much for the follow. How are you, fine folks? I am going over to here again, back to the workshop. I'm going to pay 2 money into the tax and just 1 other money because I have that ability, which I have not utilized. 1, 2, 3, to buy myself this chappie, the Acolyte. The Acolyte's ability, whenever I build at the cathedral, I gain 2 clay and I automatically gain a virtue. Boop.
Oh, we have now a patron in the game, not in real life. If you want to give us money, you just have to send it directly. DMs for details.
Yeah, carrier pigeons are available for you to submit checks. Here's your turn, Laura. I have often considered whether doing something like a Patreon or a
Yeah, but we don't offer anything.
no, like a Patreon or a what is it, coffee? I think is the other one that people can do. And it's just like, it could do, but we also don't offer anything.
Don't offer anything apart from what you see right here.
We offer entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Oh, my friend.
No. I have AP.
I mean, if people are watching us, we must be offering something.
Something.
I
What
mean,
that is.
I mean, that presumes people are watching us.
that does. Well, we have got. There are people here. They're right there, behind the camera.
Hang on, I think I can see one peering through my window.
Ah!
Wait, what? I can hear one panting at the door. Oh wait, that's Terry.
That's the dog.
She isn't. She hasn't come up. She's been good.
I'm going to go and build on the cathedral. I'm going to wipe the black market. So that's I'm going to get rid of
So both of ours get taken to jail. Ah! I'll bring her back in a second. The patron went off on an explore. There you go. Now, neither of us have got over 3 in the prison. However, we do both gain a debt.
wait, I can't. I think is that at the same time as the people go to the black market, or was that not?
At the same time as when the black market refreshes. Yeah.
But they weren't in there when the black market
Those 2 were in the black market. So when the black market refreshes, they are sent to prison.
Yeah. But they don't get a debt at the same time, do they?
They do, it's the order of operations. Is when the black market refreshes, they get sent to the prison first, then these things happen. Whoever has the most then gets a debt. But because we both have one, we both get a debt.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because that to me says you look at that before you move them.
I am certain that when the black market refreshes, it does send everyone to prison.
So I'd say that's pretty harsh considering your players.
That's what you get for going to the black market.
I get that, but it's just like getting a debt at the same time as your thing going to prison.
Well, no, it's the only reason why we're getting a debt because he goes at the same time is because we happen to have the most in there.
Where the
What we do it?
There you go.
Thank you.
Dom, it is your turn whilst Laura confirms.
Oh, don't I build the cathedral?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't do the thing. You were too busy putting my people in prison.
Well, you did that. You took the action.
No, but yes, but 1 second.
just because she was going to the illegal black market, she didn't think she was going to get in trouble for it.
I know, right? When you gain a virtue and 2 stone, here is your virtue. You can sort your own stone.
Fine.
You're a strong, independent woman who can get her own stone.
I'm straight.
Dominic, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Dilemma. I'm guessing AP. Oh, what am I? No, I know what I wanted to do. How does that work again? Okay.
Just checking, it was very unfair.
Well,
What? I get a debt?
you have a debt.
Oh.
I have given you debt.
Okay, so
I also got a debt, so you know there's that.
once again, I'm going to the workshop.
Mhm.
So I'm paying 5 coin.
Okay.
So not take the first one.
2 more to the tax. I got you.
Yeah. So now if I'm still going for the top rank, I'll put my next coin on the next one along.
No, it goes on the same one.
Okay. Ah, yes, because it's the first time I'm doing
Actually, you're right.
this turn.
That's a good point, Laura. That should have refreshed because of the market refresh. That moved over.
And I am going to recruit the conspirator with their fabulous cave.
Yeah. So it costs you 1 fewer to go to the town centre.
Yes. Woodcutter. Okay, you'll go, Rudolph.
Yes. Now it does specify if the conspirator is you spend 1 less silver, not tax, when than required when making captures of town centres. The tax amount is mandatory.
Okay.
So if you had a second worker there, you wouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I mostly wanted them because they give me an axe, and also because they have a fabulous cave.
I mean, the cave is pretty fabulous. All right, I am also going to the town hall.
I suppose the patron may have been a better
Guild hall even. And I am
option. Never mind.
scrapping this card. Bottom of the deck, bizarre, to go up 1 space on Guildhall, spending my wood and my stone. So I have a singular wood left. And no stone. Actually, you know, no, I will spend all my wood. I will keep 1 stone. And then I get this card. So we only have 1 card left. Hereafter, the next person who gets it will get the card, and then afterwards it will just be a single virtue for doing the thing. I get 2 virtue. Huzzah.
Can no longer go to the black market. You are far too virtuous.
I am far too virtuous to be at the black market. How dare you insinuate that I might frequent such places? People get sent to prison, you know. All right, interesting.
And then they end up in debt.
No, you don't get to pat me. No, go away.
No, I live here.
So do I.
Oh yes.
Do you want something to pat? Let Tilly
No, no.
No, she doesn't come upstairs. I mean,
I
she
mean,
does.
you say that.
Well,
Yeah.
she's not allowed upstairs. It doesn't mean she doesn't come upstairs. To be fair, she's gotten good at only coming up if she needs to be let out. Like, she'll only wander up the stairs, like throw a mouse somewhere. She'll only come upstairs if she is either concerned about something or she just needs to go outside the
He
tea.
has a concern. I'm going to the quarry. I'm getting 4 stone.
Stone.
4 stone and 7 years ago.
Sure. Okay. Hit you, Dom.
Oh,
Like, plonk.
Okay.
plonk. Plonk, plonk, plonk.
Let's build on the cathedral.
I want a comfier chair. Might invest in a nice chair
Yeah,
that I can sit in and be comfortable in.
that's fair. I mean, I have put in a request to get a new chair because this one's broken. So you could always have this one.
No, it's broken.
You go in
Not
there.
Broken seconds.
Discard a card to the bottom of the deck.
Yes.
And normally I would require a marble to build the next stage. Because of my power, I can use a gold instead.
Correct.
So up I go another level on the cathedral.
Uh-huh.
And I get the last goodies card, which is... Oh, I get a virtue and a gold back. Nice.
That's nice. Works out for some. Okay, I need to figure out the order of things that I want to do now.
Right, so upon the virtue track.
Okay, I am going to the workshop and I'm going to draw 3 cards because I have 4 workers there, so I get 3 cards into hand. Laura, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
This is your turn.
Don't really think much more of what I was doing. Okay.
Since we are getting closer towards the end of the game, it's probably worth talking about what we will score and how we will score. We will score our points printed on our buildings, then our various levels on the cathedral, any points for the virtue track. We will lose 2 points for each debt we have, gain a point for every gold and marble that we have, 1 point for every 10 silver, and then we lose 1 for every 2 we still have remaining in jail. So all these factors may come into play at some point. Common things.
Don't know. Okay, I'm going to get. Wow. I think a lot of my people disappeared.
Sorry? A lot of people are out on the board.
I had a lot on my
We
board left.
we start with 20. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You've got 12 out on the board.
Okay.
And you've just placed another one. What are you doing?
Done it. I've gone to the forest.
Okie dokie. Go on your turn.
Yeah, I am pondering my options. That would be risky, but it could be worthwhile. Okay, so let's play things. Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, let's play things this way then. Let's go to the quarry and gain myself 2 stone.
Okay. I am going to the town centre. I'm spending 1 in tax. And I am arresting
How sad.
Laura's quarryman.
How sad.
Yet. Yoink. Mwahaha. Your turn.
I'm going to. If I go down. I go to the workshop.
Yes.
I pay for 2 as tax.
Yes. I'll put the 2 in tax for you.
Thank you. But I'm just going to take this trick stuff, which means I get 2 coins back.
You do get the 2 coins back, and you lose a reputation.
That's fine.
Right, Dom, it is your turn.
Ah,
Yes.
there we go.
What have you done?
No, I couldn't scroll properly.
More quarrying for me. 3 stone.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of worth it, I think. I'm going to the tax stand. I'm going to lose my 2 reputation that I have and gain 11 money.
Wow. How do I get my people from you? You have to either put them in prison.
I have to put them in prison, or you have to go to here and pay 5, or get a debt and lose a reputation to release them from my board. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do? I would like to go to the forest. We can get 3 wood.
3 wood.
3 wood. Rah.
Ah, the Doppler effect, isn't it?
I'm going to go to the mines and get a couple of clay.
Okay. I am going back to the town centre. I'll pay 1 in tax and another one for my worker, and I'm going to capture Dom's 3 at the quarry and Dom's 3 at the silversmith.
Did you pay 2?
I did pay 2. I paid one in tax and then another one straight to the bank.
Wow.
How rude.
Very.
Oh,
Although he has got my recalcitrant meeple that refuses to stand up.
I have now stood him up and scare him straight, apparently. Although he is now pointing in the wrong direction relative to his fellows. So, you know, there's that.
There's always one, has to be different.
As we were. Laura, it is your turn.
I would like to build.
Okay.
I would like to build the aqueduct.
Aqueduct.
Just 2 brick.
2 brick, 3 wood, and a gold. And at the end of the game, it is worth 1 point per constructed building.
3
Which is
wood,
pretty cool.
1 gold, yay.
I was getting good points from her buildings.
Mhm.
Dom, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to send someone off to the mines again and gain a gold.
Alrighty. I am taking my worker and going to the guardhouse. I'm going to free my 1 dude that's there, because obviously, and I'm going to take all of your people, all 10 of them, throw them in the stocks. Yeah.
Well, you can do both.
Yeah.
Because he's got 2 meeples there, he can take 2.
You've got
Oh, you can
actions.
do 2 actions.
Yep.
Plan.
All right, Dom, sorry, Laura, it's your turn.
I'd like to get my people back, please.
Let my people.
So what if I can do 2? What can I do?
If you've got 2, you can. So hang on, bear with me a second. I need to put myself up by 10 because I got 10 monies. Yay. You can go here. You can free your people. You can put people in there for money. You could spend 6, of which 3 is tax, to flip over a debt and gain a virtue. If you want to, or you could go arrest someone and then go on a future turn so that you can get some money for your troubles.
Money for my troubles.
It is up to you.
I'd rather just get my.
Go where the people are, sitting around in the jail.
I guess I could spend 6 to pay my dad.
Yeah, can do. Valid.
I don't know how else I'm going to live with that. Do I need money for anything else? No.
Money is points at the end.
How many?
10 for 1.
10 money for 1 point.
Yep.
Oh boy.
It's sort of easy to get a lot of money very quickly. Sort of.
No, I'll spend 6.
Okay. Flip your debt.
And then 3 and 2 tax.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and I'll flip my debt.
Okay.
Can I get a virtue?
You do.
Wee.
Dom, what would you like to do?
So the next time someone builds something, the black market's going to refresh and we're going to look for people in jail.
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I need to get my people out of jail,
Is a wise stratagem.
even if it does mean a wasted action, because I don't really have anything else I can do with the other action. I can
That does also happen, yeah.
But that is fine. It's better than losing virtue and gaining debt.
Yes. All right. I'm going to go to the Guildhall. Yes, that was my plan anyway, but it would have been funnier if you'd both been there. But still, so I am going to scrap a card from my hand. It's worth a lot of points, but I think it's worth it to go up 1 and pay a marble. Boop. Go up 1 and gain a virtue. Ta-da. Laura.
Excuse me. I need to get. I thought it was glass, not marble, but hey ho. I also do need to get a marbles. Go over
Marble.
here and swap. What was it? 3, so 2 stone and 1 wood to get und marble.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Dom.
I'm not sure it's the wisest move.
Oh no, I can't go up the cathedral. I'm sad.
Why not?
Because there's no more spaces left.
You can't go up the cathedral yet. No, you have to wait for Dom or I to go.
Wait for one of yours.
I'm going to build a building, so I will put my meeple in the guild hall, and I'm going to build the drafting room for 4 stone.
Oh, very nice. You get to draw 2 cards.
And 3 gold. Yeah, I immediately get 2 more cards, which seems fairly useful.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. In Interesting.
I am going to the quarry and I will get myself. I built a level up the cathedral. I should have given myself 2 breaks last turn. I forgot about my acolyte. So I'll just give it to me now. So I get myself a stone. That is the end of my turn.
Oh, why does everything need so much gold?
Because gold, always believe in your soul.
Yay.
It has the
My
power
turn?
to know. Yes.
I'm going to build a building. One from the end.
Yep. An ultimate building.
And that building is the stone market.
Stone.
Which is 2 brick. 1, 2. 1, 1, 4. Whee!
Okay. So if Laura has the most stone at the end of the game, she will have 2 points.
Yay.
Done.
Yeah, just trying to work out what this move is.
Now, as a clarification, in the final round, people are still allowed to build at the cathedral and the guild hall, even if all the space is taken up. They just sort of hang off the end.
Okie doke.
So really, that green doesn't have to be there.
The green is just there to sort of indicate that it's the end of the game. It's my own annotation to make my life easier.
Okay, so you're all a bit rubbish for me at the minute. Yeah.
All right.
Well, what else could I do that might be intelligent? Not a lot. I guess it's that then. Okay. Let's go to the forest and gain 3 wood.
Okay.
Green wood.
Okay. I want to avoid having being run out of workers. So here's the thing. I could trigger the end game, but also I would then have my final turn would be nothing. So I'm going to pay a tax and 2 more silver to reclaim some workers. I'm going to reclaim my own workers from 1 spot. Now, I will double check how this works when reclaiming stuff. Where is it? Town center. Spend is able to capture a group of workers of a single color from 1 location up to 2 locations. Right. So okay. In fact, I can only capture from. I have to capture a single color, so I'm going to spend 2 silver instead of the 3, and I'm going to be taking back my workers who are at the workshop, who apparently did not want to come along. And I will take the ones that are in the town center. Okay, Laura. Hello, bottom.
I'm gonna go and get a stone. A stone. go.
It has gone.
It has done. What's bot doing now?
It was just
It was a bot.
it was a promo.
Big, not our promo.
There you go. Runestone received.
It's gone.
Okay, back to me then. I'm gonna go back to the forest and gain 4 wood. You'll go, Rudolph.
Indeed. Okay, I am going to also go to the forest and get forward. Laura.
I think I'm going to go to the workshop and get two green cards. And get 2 green cards.
Sorry.
I can get 2 green cards. So I go
Yes.
to the workshop.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So and they're just in my hand now.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, let's get rid of that.
You done, Laura?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. I took those cards.
Um, to do that. Ooh, that's a point. I could maybe do that, couldn't I? How does that space work again?
Which one?
It's fine. I'm looking up in the rule book.
Okay.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay. I am going to build
Oh.
on the cathedral and trigger the end game.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So I need to pay 8 wood or stone or some mix thereof.
Uh-huh.
I'll pay 8 wood.
I will bolster your reputation, and you will automatically get that and push you up on the track.
Thank you. So yeah, that triggers the end game, doesn't it?
Does means everyone gets a final turn, and then we will score. So now, I think I have. That is my best move. I'm going to lose 2 points for not having done that, but I can at least gain those points. So I am going to build as well. Flip. Bob. I am going to pay 3 clay. 1, 2. No, that's the other way. 3. 1 gold and 2 stone to build the clay market. Worth 6 points, and if I have the most clay, I get 2 points. Laura, your last turn. Make it a good one.
I don't have anything that can get me.
You want to build anything?
No, I took a punt. That's why I took the last 2, but I didn't have enough. I don't have enough stuff.
Oh, I see.
Can't go up in the cathedral because I don't have any marble. Got nothing.
No, you could pay. You go here and get yourself a virtue. Actually, how much
Yeah,
resource?
but virtue doesn't get.
No, but you could go here. You can go there. You could do it twice because you have 2 workers there. You can go up and get yourself a point. You get yourself to where you are now, where I am.
What do I have to spend for?
Yes, so before stone, wood, or clay, any combination.
Well, I've only got 4, and if I get rid of my stone, I don't score my points for my card.
Ooh. And which, yeah, that's worth more to you because it's 2 stone. Can you hire anyone who will give you?
No, give me points.
And you haven't got enough money anyway.
No.
Well, you could arrest some of Dom's people.
Do what?
Just arrest Dom's people.
But that means nothing.
It doesn't mean anything, does it?
It's a way.
I mean, you can't. There's nothing you can
I
do,
mean,
is there?
I'm just gonna put another person in the quarry just in case Dom gets some stone. So I'm just like covering myself.
Yeah,
just
that's
to win
fair.
that
That's perfectly
stone.
valid.
1, 2, there we go. And that's me done.
Dom, what are you doing with yourself?
I'm going to the King's storehouse and I want to trade in some resources for virtue.
Mm-hmm.
So is it one action to do that once, or is it one action to?
One action to do it once.
So I can't just dump all my resources for a bunch of virtue.
No.
That's fine. I can still trade in. What should I trade in? Let's trade in a stone and a clay for a virtue, because that at least gets me a point.
It does. So we have come to the end of the game. So I'm trying to find the right individuals. Rudolph, yeah, Luke, done. And I'm using the Garfield Games scoring app, which makes life a little easier for us because it tells us exactly what needs to be done and when. I will go with that one because that's close enough. All right, so we will score for points on our buildings. I have gotten, this includes their end game scoring abilities, I believe. It does. So I will score 6, 3, 9, so 14. Plus, I will get 1 for having a stone, so that's 15. How many clay do you have, Dom?
7.
Okay, so I don't get that bonus. That's fine. So I end on 15 for my buildings. Laura, how many do you have for your buildings? Many.
Well, 14, 19, 22.
Okay.
And then I have the most stone. Then I get another 2.
24.
And then I get a point per building, which is another 4.
Oh dear. Okay, so Laura gets it on 28. Dom?
Wow!
8.
Okay. Right, next, position on the cathedral. This is where Dom will gain some ground, I think. So Dom gets 12 points. I get 7.
I get 4.
Laura gets 4. Unsurprisingly, Laura is still winning by quite a margin. Final position on the virtue track. Dom and I both get 1 point.
Yay.
Unpaid debts, I lose 2 points.
Oh no.
But that's because I have an unpaid debt, sadly. Gold and marble left over at the end.
I believe. Yes.
I have a single marble.
I do not have any.
Dom?
Nope, none.
Okay. 1 point for every 10 silver. I have 18 silver.
Oh, got in.
Oh, well.
No, I have
right.
2.
Nope.
And then a loss of a victory point for every 2 workers in prison. I believe no one has anyone in prison.
Nope.
We played a surprisingly friendly game. So the final scores: in 3rd place with 21 points is Dom.
Yeah.
In 2nd place, we are separated only by palindrome. I have 23 points. Laura has 32.
Oof.
Oh.
Wow.
Is quite a substantial.
Yeah, that was a beating.
That was a destruction. Well done, Laura. Well played.
Yay!
That is how you play Architects.
Woo!
And
I
that
suppose
is
I suppose you should have had a clue from the name and figured, oh yeah, the way to get points is to build lots of stuff.
funny that, yeah. Yeah,
I had
that's-
good cards,
You did get a lot of good
and
cards.
I built quite early, which I think.
You.
I mean, I don't know if that did help, but
It didn't
that's all
hurt.
I did was build cards, really.
All right, so that is going to be us for today. We are going to send you across, dear friends, over to Loserpalooza, who are playing.
We like these.
What are Dave and Ilka playing today? They're playing Clank Catacombs. They're playing the latest version of Clank, which is a tile, which is not so. Clank is normally a deck building game with boards where you are trying to move around to get treasure, but you make noise that
Yeah,
can attract a dragon to
right.
come and eat you.
Oh.
Clank Catacombs takes the board and turns it into tiles. So it turns into, you build the dungeon out as you explore it.
Well,
So
you
it turns it basically combines Clank with Carcassonne.
Well, you know what we should do? Head on over there and see what the game's about.
Let's go see what they're doing over in Loserpalooza. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you very much to everyone who raided and followed during this stream. We are going to be back on Friday playing some D&D, so join us at 8 o'clock GMT in the evening. We'll gather back around the table. Until then, take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you very much, Drinks. We'll send you over to Loserpalooza. If it has worked, if the raid has worked. So take care of yourselves, everyone, and we shall see you next time.